So the other day I installed this little clip here on the truck. The fender was flapping. I made a quick little Instagram reel. Everybody had a bunch of questions, bunch of comments. And I'll show you what it does on the other side. This one's too tight to pop off with one hand, but let me show you how to install them. So the other one just showed up, which is a point that I should tell you that when you go to order them, they come in singles, not pairs. I thought they were in pairs, and it was definitely singles. Let me get the camera set up here, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about as far as making it when it's floppy, and then also if you have one side that the clips are still good and you want to do it, I'll show you how to do that also. So let me get it all set up. Put a little piece of tape here. I chose to put mine right here on this little dimple, whatever. But basically, if your clips are still good, okay, I'll clip this one back in. So they're still good, they're still tight. Get yourself a trim tool and just kind of stick it in the edge there and create a gap, and then get a seal pick, and you'll see, I don't think you can see it there, but you'll be able to see it. There's a black clip, and you just stick your seal pick in there and lift it up, and then take your trim tool and rotate, and that piece will come out of that one, and then you just move up to the next one. And there's 3 in total. Okay, so once you get all 3, right, then what happens is when those break, this little piece of what's left of your bumper is just flopping around. So once you get those out, take your new clip, and I'll link these below, but you're going to unscrew the lock nut off the back of it. Okay, and then it's got this little lock washer. And you're going to use this lock washer as somewhat of a template. And you're just going to put it up about where you want it. Now you got to remember on the inside, right, there is a lip, so you're going to have to be down just a little bit so you have room to spin your nut underneath of that. So we'll put it probably right about in there. Looks pretty good. And then we're just going to trace it. Doesn't have to be perfect. This isn't going to be where the final hole goes, but it's going to give you an idea. All right, so there you go. And then you can grab anything you have available and just kind of eyeball somewhat center. And usually, if you give yourself about 3 marks at where roughly center is, you don't make a crooked line. About where those 3 come together is pretty close to center. And then we're going to put a pilot hole there. So I'll do that real quick and come back. So I made my little 1/8" pilot hole here, and it hit basically right in the corner of that. I don't know if you can see that here, but right in the corner there. And then it tried to walk off on the edge. And that's what it did on the other side too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Dremel with a little burr on it, just a little simple carbide burr, and I'm just going to Dremel that whole plastic out, all of this in this singular square here, and open that up to where there's plenty of room for this whole piece to go back in there. Okay, so I'll do that real quick so you can see just a quick hole. Doesn't matter if you go through and touch the back side of it, it's fine. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your piece of your bumper and put it back up there and push your hole through to where you have a pilot on metal underneath here. So do that real quick here. So now you have your pilot hole through there. You're going to drill a 1/4 inch is the diameter of the bolt that goes all the way through. And just verify Yep, it's the diameter of the bolt it goes through. Now, for most applications, this spring will be helpful where it sits behind it so that you can push it in, right? And then when you pop the button, it spring loads off of it to help pop the panel out. For this one, you can't really do that. It's too close. So you got to take that spring and everything off. And the size is 11 millimeter or 7/16. So they come tightened. You got to kind of break them loose to get it apart. So you're going to take nut, lock washer, 2 flat washers, the other nut off, pull the spring off, and then this little keeper is kind of wedged between there, and I take it off also. So if you just work it gently, you can save it. And pull it right down the threads. So you can save that spring and that keeper if you need another job down the line, because they do sell these with and without the spring. So, all right, now you're going to do your nut, and it goes basically all the way to the bottom. It stands off just a touch, and then your flat washer. And then on the back side, it goes flat washer, lock washer, nut. All right. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but it's sitting at kind of an angle out like this way, right? Obviously, that's exaggerated. So we want to make sure that when we drill our hole that we're in the right spot as all this gets lined back up. So I'm going to get a little paint pen, and I'm going to put a dab right there, and then I'm going to clip this all back in to where it leaves a paint spot on the back of the panel. All right, you're probably gonna have to release your clips again, unless it was the broken side. All right, and then on the back side of it, let me get the camera where you can actually see. On the back side of it, you can see our paint mark is not in the same spot. So here's our paint mark up here. Here's our pilot hole. So take your pilot hole and drill it back through there. Don't worry about that hole, it's fine. But drill your pilot hole back through there, and then we'll step it up with the step bit. And this is where these right angle drills come in really handy, especially if you have the other Harbor Freight tools. They all take the same 20-volt batteries. Makes it really nice. Now, get your step bit, and you'll just slowly step it up to the size that you need. And you're going to step it up to this diameter, which I believe is 11/16. There's 4 steps, and then it always leaves a nastiness on the back side, so do the same thing. Alright, so there was just a little burr inside of there. Now it'll go. Peel your tape. Put your piece on. Your lock washer. And now, I can already see this is going to be a problem. Maybe not. So I'm going to cut these clips off of this because I won't need them anymore, and I would rather have it not trying to clip in where it's not supposed to. But take a crescent wrench, tighten that up, tighten that nut up as best you can by hand. It's not going to back off of there against that plastic with that washer on there. And then I'm just going to take an X-Acto and I'm just going to cut right up here, and I'm going to cut these first 2 clips off. I'm going to leave the last one though, so I'll just cut it 90 degrees here and then down this ridge on the inside. I'll show you when it's done. And I'm going to stop it right there at this notch. So when you're looking at this, I'll try and keep the sun out of you here, but there's a step down. So you want to leave that step down, and leave this piece here so that when it goes on, it still has a good place to go. But that is basically installed. What I'll do is I'll pull it back off here. This is what I was talking about on the other side, where you can't really do it with one hand, but so I can tighten that up by adjusting those 2 lock nuts and pulling one in, or if it's too tight, you can push it back out. You can put a wrench on the back side of it and bend it up if you want it a little tighter. I don't mind the gap. It seems just fine, but I could bend it up a little bit like that and tighten that. So I think everything's pretty good right there. I'm going to tighten it up a little bit, and then I'll put some Loctite on this nut, put red Loctite, and then just tighten down the other one, and that's it. So there you go. I mean, that was literally like 25 minutes from start to finish. Obviously I got to Loctite stuff and adjust stuff, but it's a super fast install. This can be used if you have any sort of floppy panels. One thing I will mention is this little screw right here. From the factory on the 4Runners and the Tacomas, there's a little plastic piece in here and they break all the time. Or if you do your chop too high, they cut into them and they don't hold. Just put a bolt and a nut in it, and then it's nice and secure, and it gives you a good stable platform for a while at least. But so I'll get this all buttoned up, and yeah, that's it. Hope this helps somebody out. I know a few people were asking about it. Sorry it was kind of a quick video talking fast, but I'm racing daylight after work here, so hope it helps. Thanks for watching. Please share, and don't forget to like and subscribe.